I am so excited about this product today. Just seriously giddy. I was gonna film this video a couple days ago, and I'm like, nah, let myself just settle down a little bit. You know what I mean? Because again, I was just that excited about it right here. And that is the Glorious GMMK Pro keyboard. Now, I know there's been a lot of reviews out on this keyboard, right? And there's two things I really live by in my videos. Number one, being never watch someone else's product review video before mine is out. Just because I don't want to mock what they're saying or mimic what they're saying and just kind of vibe off of their video. I want it to be my true experience and just what I think, feel, and find with a product. But unfortunately, I failed and I did watch a couple of videos. I probably watched 2 videos on this keyboard right here. And what I've noticed is even through the communication of it, whether it be on Twitter or anywhere, any socials out there, is a lot of people are taking it as the custom keyboard community, right? And that can be a rough community at times. It really can, you know? And I'm gonna take this keyboard as a consumer. I'm not a keyboard enthusiast. I'm a keyboard hobbyist, you know what I mean? And that's how I'm gonna go about this. Just talking about it as a basic consumer. I'm picking up this keyboard. How is it gonna feel out of the box? What are we gonna get? Number 2, what I always go for in my videos, and to this day, since day 1 I've been on it, is I do not script any of my videos. Never. And that goes right along with the sponsor plug for this video here. Corsair and their new gaming mouse, the Saber RGB Pro. Packing a very nice ergonomic shape right there to keep your hand cozy for long game sessions or work sessions, while also keeping the weight down at 74 grams and still maintaining a very solid structure as far as the build and body here. Using a 3392 sensor where you can adjust the increments of DPI by 1 to bring that precise tuning for you, while also having an 8000 polling rate for quick, precise reading to your PC. Also, buttons 1 and 2, we are using quick strike buttons. So instantly, when you press, you're gonna get that read from your mouse to your game. Check out the Corsair Saber RGB Pro in the description below. All right, so let's take a look at the GMMK Pro straight out of the box. And first impressions, holy smokes, wow, this thing is just lofty in quality. Like when you get this thing in your hand, you're like, holy smokes, I got my money's worth. You know what I mean? Like it is seriously stinking heavy. This thing is lofty. It is just the quality, like I can't go on enough. You feel it in your hand. It feels like a custom keyboard. It really does. It is just completely aluminum top to bottom right there. I mean, this thing can be used as a stinking weapon if someone breaks in your house. Now again, talking about it being a bare bones with just the case, as you can see right here, even on the box, it says keycaps and switches are not included, but are required. Obviously, you know what I mean? But it's real cool. They're giving you the option to pick what you want right there. Now, Glorious does sell keycaps that are gonna fit this board, and they got plenty of switches. They have Gaterons and Kales. Again, I have Kale Speed Silvers here, one of my favorite switches for, again, basic work and gaming right there. But as far as keycaps, that's where it's gonna get a little bit tricky because you got the smaller shift over here, and then again, your smaller functions and your shortcuts. So yeah, you are gonna need a keycap to specifically fit this, which it's getting easier to find, but it's not like, hey, any of your regular old, the Corsair ones we just covered, the HyperX keycaps, a lot of those won't fit on these. So again, you got to make sure you find a keycap set that will fit these. But there's plenty of great options out there. Again, I'll leave some links right down in the description for some ones out there as well. But again, Glorious does sell keycaps that will fit these. So the other cool thing, talking about it again, kind of being bare bones and a little bit of custom, whenever we pop some of the caps off here, again, I really love these keycaps, by the way. I've used these. You've probably seen them on my Maya Pros and some of my custom boards. I think they're called Artifact Bloom or something. A little cherry profile, PVT die sub, and they're super smooth. I love them. I probably have them on seriously about 5 of my boards, from customs and just regular stock ones. But anyway, so we're going to pop out our Kale Silver here. And a really cool thing, if we can get some focus, as you can see right here, the PCB is 5-pin. We can't get any focus, so I'm gonna have to bust out the macro lens. But anyways, it is a 5-pin PCB, which is really cool. Why that's cool is because you can pretty much use any switch out there. You don't gotta worry about clipping the other feet on it. Like any switch will fit, you can just clip them right there, but you don't have to worry about that. Wherever you buy a switch, bam, they're gonna fit right in there. The other great thing about it is they lock into place really good. Now these Kales I have are actually 3 pins on this board, and they're in there pretty stinking solid as well. I got a very slight pinch of wiggle, but nothing deal breaking or anything. You really feel that switch really lock into place. But again, super cool having 5-pin PCB here. The other really cool thing about this board is there's actually dampening foam on the top and bottom of the board. You can actually see it straight through here. I mean, you can take the board apart and see all that as well. But again, just like this, you can see that foam right underneath the top plate. And then there's also a foam underneath that PCB. All right, heck, you know what? I want to see what's inside it. I already do have the caps and switches on again, but I want to take this apart and see what is inside. Now, as we flip it over, we have 8 screws. Let's go and get our little electric pen screwdriver. Highly recommend these guys, by the way. Nice magnetic top over here. And it just recharge it. It's a whole bunch of bits and a whole bunch of extra goodies in there as well. But Glorious, you guys need to sell these little screwdrivers. These things are awesome. Anyways, 8 screws here. But what I want to mention is really cool. Glorious was actually talking how this has the 2-year. They said on the box it states 1 year, but it's actually 2 years. They confirmed this on socials that it is going to be 2 years. And the awesome thing is even if you take it apart like we are doing right now, that does not void the warranty. How stinking cool is that? Like most products, when you take them apart, you void the warranty, right? I think that is so cool. And again, being 2 years, a 2-year warranty, like, wow. I mean, that pretty much closes the door, right? You know what I mean? Like, you have almost nothing to worry about if you're trying to get into, I guess, dabble with a keyboard that's a little bit more custom that you can take apart, you can hot swap, you can, you know, really dabble with. Oh, geez, the whole thing just unflopped on me. Okay. So hold on here, let me get that last. So as you can see, I don't know what the camera is, the whole thing just like separated and lifted up once I got that last screw out. Oh, so the top, there's that other screw. Okay, so let's see. So the whole top plate is just, I believe our knob. Okay, so our little volume knob comes off right here. And then the top plate just slides. Wow, okay, so there's our little RGB things on the side. Foam, where it connects. Right there to reduce any of that rattle, even on the side. By the way, in the box, they give you extra of these foam things right there. They're pretty thin, but it's probably reducing some of that press, that noise. Oh, even foam on the back side and the front side there. Holy smokes. Okay, I'm getting too excited. So let's get this. Now again, I do have the switches in here, guys. I don't want to, oh dear, it's actually connected. How do I get that out? Oh, it just clips out. Okay, easy. So again, I do have the switches in here. I don't want to take those all out. And the PCB is screwed into that metal plate. By the way, you can get a polycarb plate or a brass plate. We have the aluminum here, which is one that's included. The other ones cost more. But as you can see, there's that other foam. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. That's that other foam. Wow. This thing is just awesome. Like, wow. I mean, it's just like, again, I'm sitting here. This is my first time doing this as well, guys. So that's why I'm sitting here kind of looking at it myself is, right, we're doing this together. There's that bottom foam we have. So we have that foam in between and this one down on the bottom. Little wire placement right there. That's pretty cool. So it's not actually like pressing. You got that foam in there. Oh, mine's kind of, that goes in there tight, actually. Cool. And then that whole bottom plate, which is just thick and heavy, but it just fits in perfect. You don't even got to worry about it setting there. Like right up here, bam, fits into the grooves. As you see, it has the grooves on the front right up there, and then on the back, and it sits right into its place. We're gonna put this back on, bam. Now just be easy when you flip it back over, because again, that top slides over like that. So I guess how, you know, let me see something. Okay, so that's a little bit of a stinker. Whenever we try to screw it back on, again, the bottom, so we have to hold, you'll have to hold the top plate and screw it in like that. Because again, the top plate slides down. So get the 2 corners and you'll pretty much hold yourself into place. And then you'll be good to go right there. But wow, guys, like just taking that apart and seeing everything that's packed inside it, the foam, and just, my gosh, this thing's stinking awesome. Now, talking about some of the features and functions on the board, which maybe I should have started with. Number one, the layout of the board. As you can see, you have that compact 75% layout, which is pretty much just like, think about a squished up TKL keyboard, right? Your shortcuts are over here, you lost 2 of them, and then the smaller shift key. So it's nice, you save a little bit of desk space. You almost have like a 60%, but with a little bit of shortcut and then your function row. I absolutely love it. I love having all of my keys right there. Much better than a 60%. Probably even better than a 65%. Me being a big Meyer Pro fan, you know what I mean? Because again, you get the job done and you can also game with it, you know? So it's really cool to have all that right there. I love the volume knob right up here, which you can control, tactile steps, metal knob, by the way. Press it down and you can mute it. Again, USB-C connection right on the back. Recessed it a little bit, but wide enough to fit any custom cable. And again, you got that Glorious branding on the bottom, couple feet. No pop-out feet, but you have that nice incline right there. Perfect how it is right there. So again, I really love this layout and the features and functions packed on. Again, it has everything you need for work or for gaming. And again, it doesn't scream like gamer keyboard or anything, you know? I really love what they did here. Now you do also have RGB on the board, very bright, crisp RGB. And you also have some RGB strips right on the side over there. And it's pretty neat. In the software, you can actually adjust those RGB strips to be your caps lock notifier. So whenever you got cap locks, it'll flash. Whenever it's off, it'll just stay solid. You can enable or disable that, but I think it's really cool. Talking about the software, it's pretty easy for the most part and straightforward right there in the Glorious software. As far as adjusting your RGB and all that stuff, very easy. But when you get into the macros and any of your customization as far as the keys, it gets a little iffy within there, you know what I mean? And I kind of wish there was, again, it was a little simplified down there as far as the customization. Like if I wanted to customize the knob or the side keys just for a quick little adjustment, I wish that was a little easier. Who knows? Maybe we'll see another update out shortly, you know? But again, the software is fairly easy, but can use some improvements. All right, so after looking over all that with the board, straight out the box, what we have, right? We didn't go off and compare it to all these customs, which you can. But again, when I look at Glorious, I know they're not as big of a company as Razer, SteelSeries, Logitech, Corsair, all that, you know, but their name's out there. They're really getting there, you know what I mean? So what I look at this as is, again, not a custom board, even though it has a lot of those features, pretty much all the features packed into it, right? But I look at this as a big box keyboard that you can get anytime. You don't have to group buy it, you don't have to order from China, bam, you get it, and this is what you're getting out of the box. And wow, it is that good. It really is. And I think it's really gonna open up the eyes of other manufacturers like, wow, we gotta do something about this, and we really gotta compete with this, because this is not even talking about the custom keyboard market, right? I think something like this, other manufacturers getting into this, and this happening, I think a lot of that group buy and hard to get stuff's gonna, you know, they're the ones that are shaking in their boots more than the companies, in my opinion, you know what I mean? Because it's like, all right, well, shoot, if big manufacturers are cranking these things out, easier to get, that's gonna, you know, put a dampen on that over there. The bigger manufacturers, I think they're gonna look at it and be like, all right, let's do this as well. This is awesome to see. Really awesome to see. It makes me giddy. It really does, you know what I mean? And this is not gonna be my last video of the GMMK Pro. I'm excited to really get hands-on, dive into this, and make some custom variations of it. So again, we'll see some more on this. If there's anything you wanna see, certain setup, certain switch or something, let me know. Because again, I'm excited to really play with this and maybe make a few more videos on it as well. So anyways, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my review on the Glorious GMMK Pro. I mean, wow. I love this board. Let me know what you think about it, if you scoop one up or if you're gonna scoop one. Again, for me, complete recommendation, hands down, all day long, you know? But anyways, again, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this review. I hope I helped you out. If I did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.